Like, they think big city departments come down to help us. It's like, no, we're the show. We're it. Like, we're the thin red line, as they say.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you start realizing, like, whoa, if you're the only thing stopping the fire from coming, yeah, it's huge to get back to the community.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Volunteer Firefighter Podcast. My name is Scott and I'm here with two, what are we calling ourselves? Fire buddies? Fire friends? I almost like fire friends better than fire buddy.
Yeah, fire friends is probably the move.
My name's Todd. I've been a firefighter for 24-ish years now. I'm currently a captain with the city's fire department. My career, I'm a paramedic. I've been a paramedic now for 22 years.
My name's Scott. I've been a Oliver firefighter for 15 years now. I've been training officer for about, I want to say 9 of those. My day job is, I'm actually with the sheriff's office. So I work with moving prisoners around. Kind of helps tie it in with the firefighting stuff.
My name's Ash. I've been a firefighter here for 10 years. I've been a captain for just over 4. I am a retail auto parts manager for my day job. 3 years ago, we started the DTFF, so that's the Down to Fight Fire Volunteer Firefighter Podcast.
The first iteration of this podcast was actually called the Wheel of Effery.
You don't want to swear.
Yeah, you don't want to swear. But so the concept was going to be we were going to have like a little wheel and just whatever topic came up. That's what we were going to talk about. It could be anything. So we tried that and it was terrible.
And dark.
And dark.
Sadly,
and it just went off the rails. And then we went, wait a minute. We're literally in a fire hall together. We're all volunteers. Hey, let's call it the Volunteer Firefighter Podcast. And then it just started from there. We are not experts. We're just, at the time we were 4 idiots in a room, now we're down to 3 currently. And then we have random idiots show up every once in a while.
That's right.
But basically we just talk about what we know and what we think works. And we don't try to preach a lot of NFPA or a lot of this and that. We just say, hey, this works for us.
There's every department difference for budgets and training, and like I said, it's what works for us with our environment and our structures in our town.
So like you can see the numbers of what people really engage with. I think training is still really big, but not dry. When we talk about training, we talk about like when we do something stupid and then how we can adapt from that. I think that's kind of how we've built this podcast to what it is today. Our coverage area is actually one of the biggest that the province has. This overall coverage area for a single hall department. We went back and spoke with BC Wildfire, and they informed us that a large portion of this mountainside that runs along the valley, we don't assist BC Wildfire.
They assist us.
We are the show,
Yeah.
and they will come if we assist them.
Yeah, I was standing there and the guy's like, I was like, oh, so you guys are here to take over. We had a little fire up there, and you guys are here to take over. And he has the GPS. He's like, well, technically, we're just here to help you, and this is yours. Ooh.
Oh, so
And
that
he's
was
like, yeah, this whole area is yours.
yeah.
We don't have heavy forest. It's more grassland and light shrubs, but it burns very quickly.
It's a challenge. Like, there's no easy access. It's like very, very vertical to get to it. So by the time that you respond, you hike up there with limited gear and then try to action the fire. You run out of water quickly. You're trying to deploy multiple people to this area quickly. It was just a challenge. So we sat down as a group and thought of all of the ways that we could get ourselves out there. And this side-by-side idea came up. I'd say we're a month away from it being in full service, which we're very, very excited for.
broadcasting wise, I think Marshall Bass was our first main guy, right? The Australian. And we're like, oh, somebody in Australia listen to us? Well, he must be like the only guy. And then it started building and building and building. And then we were getting like guys from Israel and
That's right.
Obviously the States and Canada. Yeah.
The biggest challenge with, the whole commitment to being on a paid on call or the true volunteer departments is just time. Everybody has a job. I mean, most people in our age bracket have, families, spouses, children. We've obviously, got other outside things that keep us busy. So the biggest challenge is just making time for things. So if you are going to make time for something, you better make it good.
It has to be family oriented, right? Like we talk about the fire family, like we're a family, we would have each other's back, we're the whole brothers in battles stuff, right? Like, but it's everybody, it's our families. Like, when I started here, part of my interview was, does your spouse or significant other understand what volunteering means? You could be running out at the dinner table, running out in anniversaries, don't know when you're gonna be home.
That pressure of like, you are it for the first few hours, and your actions will dictate, or your inactions can dictate how fast that can spread. It's definitely pretty heavy.
Like we're the thin red line, as they say.
Yeah.
So, when you start realizing like, whoa, if you're the only thing stopping the fire from coming, it's huge to get back to the community.
Yeah.
I love it when something kicks off like that, and like, here we go.
And then when the team's working well, you're like, yeah.
Absolutely, that's what
This is
we're
awesome.
training
And obviously there's the humanity side of people getting injured and stuff. But if no one's injured, and like, it's great.
for. Absolutely.
Our first episode aired on August the 7th, 2018. We are currently set to release episode 178. We kind of started out with some really terrible audio. We've slowly gotten a little bit better. We've thrown around a lot of ideas, within the group of how we can maybe take this on the road to some other local departments, maybe do some outside training things with it. But right now, we're just super happy to grow our audience.
What we've discovered is when we make training fun and exciting and people get to do kind of badass stuff, I think that's what keeps people coming. And now we talk about it.
The podcast boys have done a fantastic job. It is just like what we do after we come back from a fire. We'll sit around the table and discuss what's happened. I give them all my support that I can. We love them. Yeah.